How to spot redundancy in your program. Here's how. Learn your joint actions. Now, a lot of people don't know what joint actions are, but to sum it up very briefly is what your joint do in a movement that affects that targets each individual muscles, right? In this case, it is important to learn it to spot reduce redundancy that's going to be existing in your program. For example, in your program right now, you're running a bench press movement and a pec deck fly. Now, in hindsight, you think that those movements are different, right? But when you analyze what your joint action does, in this case, it's going to be your shoulder, it's just going to be simply a shoulder adduction, ADD, where you're bringing your humerus toward the midline of your body, correct? This is going to be working your sternocostal head. Both movements are going to be effectively the same, just the other has more tricep involvement because of the elbow extension. But in hindsight, both movements kind of does the same, so it's redundancy. That's how you spot reduce redundancy, is learning your joint actions. By learning your joint actions, you know what joint action does what and targets which muscles, right? And it's going to benefit you by spot reducing redundancy. You're going to have a lot more enjoyable time because your session's not going to last like 3 fucking hours when doing like bench press, pec deck fly, and then some other pressing movement for your chest. You don't need all that. You don't need one movement, get really strong at it, and you're going to be fine. If you want to learn more about joint actions, I'm planning, or any fundamentals about training, I'm going to make a series about fundamentals of training, starting with explaining the different planes of movement, the joint actions for each muscle groups, and then going on to how to program them effectively. So if you want that, follow me for more, and see you next time. Hope this helps. Bye-bye.